Girl, you're already in so much deep shit. Don't you fucking dare to ruin all my hard work, okay? I'm sitting here on my fucking ass, and you better don't mess it up. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to a part of Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney to Trilogy. How are you all doing? I hope you're having a great day. I at least have, because I'm recording something again. I'm recording Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney, and I'm having really a great time with this project because, even though I only have 5 subs now, and the view count isn't really high, but I'm grateful for every subscriber and for every view and like and whatever. But I'm really enjoying myself with this project and I'm having a lot of fun. So for everyone who is tuning in, thank you first of all, and also I hope this is a video which will earn a new subscriber, a subscription from you. And you know what? Let's get right into it. February 24th, 12:14, District Court, Courtroom number 9. The court will now reconvene for the trial of Miss Lana Skye. Emma didn't come back. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Oh, yeah, right. It's that cowboy again. Witness, please state your name and occupation. Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, I know. You're a patrolman. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you can hear the howling wind calling it out. Dude, every time Edgeworth calls out, just give your name and occupation, they just state bullshit like this. But I really love his theme. His theme is epic. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Oh, now you're introducing him, okay. Howling wind. I've never heard Edgeworth described that way before. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime, on the day the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado soul is as boundless as the desert sands. No paper can sum it up. Okay. Maybe it's best we get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. Alright, witness testimony, day of the crime, let's go. My job was to keep a very eye on that bone orchard. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room's protected by 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was at the street side saloon at the time it went down. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time I hit the trail. I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security cameras and the ID card reader. Oh, okay. I reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks on the evidence lockers? Fingerprint-activated locks? Sorry guys, what kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being very helpful. He's not that good with machines or with following orders. Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecutor?
This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours.
Day of the crime. Oh gosh, I forgot. I already forgot that our... Yeah, look at our evidences. Like, the court record is filled. It's completely stacked. How many is it now? 25. 25 things. Okay. So, on last episode, we called Marshall out because, his fingerprint was on one of the lockers. And it was actually with blood. Like, it was a bloody handprint. So we called him. And we also got the SL9 incident files. Files about Joe Dark, who was a serial killer. Yeah, really interesting. So, okay, his job was to keep a very eye. Okay. Wait. Yeah, let's just press. Okay, how exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room's so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings. You interred them? Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I would erase the tape. If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I erased a tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy has a flair for the dramatic, but isn't going to do him any good. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. Okay, they said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day. Okay. Hold it, man. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? And you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style. I'm afraid, I don't understand. No, Desperado, I know, rules get in this way. No, Desperados, I know, join the police force.
So Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime.
Just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day.
There was rubber gloves stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that?
Sorry, partner, I can't say I do. I haven't been in that crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid being fired? Dude. I ain't gonna lie, I was in a situation before where I nearly got fired, so yeah, it isn't a good feeling, but how this guy does, like, it's a miracle. He isn't fired yet. Okay. I mean, I wasn't working as policeman, but, you know, something else, but still. Alright, protect by 2 security camera anyway, yeah. So you used to be a detective, so you've used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course, back in the day my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner, I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. That's quite, incredible. The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. Now that he mentions it, Detective Gumshoe said something like that too.
At any rate, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. Can you tell us what you were doing when the crime took place?
Okay, Street Side Saloon. What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating spaghetti. Not even Angel's steak lunches can beat that parlor's Mongol sepia pasta. I know I butchered that name, like that dish. I'm not Italian, okay? I'm Asian.
Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles?
And let me guess, he still won't get fired. Not all desperados eat tacos, partner. Dude.
No, that's not what I meant. Oh, this has at least taught you a lesson.
I don't really know about that. That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, did you not want a race this year? Out of ammo, Officer Marshall? That's right, partner, or as you call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me down to this crime, then you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset.
One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything.
Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I'd best keep my cool. If I use it though, I better up the end. What? Okay, wait. Okay. So he said he wasn't No, I didn't want to. God damn it. I didn't want to press that. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, good. Are you shitting me? Alright. I think this is, Alright. Yeah. Yeah. Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called to testify like this. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. Alright, it's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects, that is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints will be in there. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Oh yeah.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Your bloodstained fingerprints were at the crime scene?
The blood was wiped away. However, a lateral test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall, it seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. Huh? I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall, about the bloodstained fingerprints.
Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints. Interesting. Your fingerprints found at the scene of the crime.
He can explain this? Really? Alright then, bloodstained fingerprints. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. Eh? What? The murderer touched the locker when my fingerprint was by chance. The bloodstain and the fingerprint are completely unrelated. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it.
The witness's explanation appears valid. Although there's room for doubt.
Yeah, definitely. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Okay, this guy is hiding something. I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it. Alright. Okay, so... The thing is, do I have to press on everything? Wait. He said the murderer was wearing gloves. Let me just check. Oh, come on. I want to speed it up. Okay. Okay, he didn't... I mean, you can't really see it, right? Oh, god damn it. This evidence clearly reveals a contradiction in that statement, Your Honor.
How exactly are the evidence and the statement just now related?
They aren't, are they?
Not at all. Mr. Wright, please think the facts over before making
Accusations. Ah! I don't think that won me any points with the judge. Okay. Alright. We're gonna press, okay? Okay, that's because you... How did you put it? Pay your respects once a month. Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. The locker happens to be mine. Oh.
What? What do you mean?
I mean what I said. That's the locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. I see. It would be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently his fingerprint data was never removed from the locker programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Okay, so we had to press it. On locker, the print had been wiped. Yeah, okay. Oh my god, okay. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodstained handprint. So then, what about the bloody handprint? Wasn't mine, it's no mystery.
Please explain.
My locker is covered with my fingerprints. It's just so happened. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? Okay, he said are completely unrelated. Jesus. Unrelated? They are as different as night and day. Kinda like cereal and cereal. Dude. Really? I mean, I would expect that, like, to be a dad joke, but come on. I mean, it's not even his dad joke, it's like, really? One's got to do with breakfast, while the other's a type of a murder.
He's right, although seemingly alike they're totally different.
I don't see what homonyms have to do with this. Homonyms. What? Okay. How do you know that? I may be alone, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. There was a bloodstain at the scene, thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found on Detective Gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Oh yeah, I think we tried that too.
So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprint.
That's the only logical conclusion. Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The picture? The seal of blood. In the desert, it's just food for the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this. The security tape. So long as my trials isn't in there, you can't say otherwise.
This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall.
Too bad it wasn't me in that video. Right, partner. Oh, wait. What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime, isn't that right, partner? Oh, sharp. If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. Objection! But that video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots.
Blind spots?
Places you can't see. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape, yes. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so now.
What? Wait, hold on. Officer Marshall? Wait, in the tape, Officer Marshall was in the room? How? Wait! Oh my god, I have! Wow! I didn't notice that at all. There's a piece of cloth that was sticking out of this locker. I mean, you know, when the tape was playing, it wasn't present. But after that, okay, we, alright, show evidence. Yes. Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake. You know, Edgeworth normally, he would have, you know, object against it, but, you know, he wants the truth. He wants the truth. He doesn't care about winning or losing, he just wants justice.
Now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of Mr. Jake Marshall.
Yeah, okay. Take that! Yeah! Alright, guys, you know what it means. It's time to clap some cheeks. Oh yeah. That's what Daddy likes to see. Okay, I should stop. Bring our attention back to the security camera. It's a mistake. I'm afraid you will soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Alright, very well. You can clearly be seen in this video. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. But man, that was fast!
The locker with the white cloth sticking out, that was the witnesses, I believe.
Now then, let's rewind the video a bit.
Oh, the white cloth, it's gone. What's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall?
When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away.
Order! It would seem that...
Okay, hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. So, what if my locker was open? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened. Okay. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened a locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. Yeah, but dude, it's a fingerprint sensor, you cannot open it. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? Because you're an idiot. This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call your bluff. You say open that locker, now prove it. Okay, sure.
Take that!
A fingerprint sensor? We talked about this earlier today. The lockers can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? Is that beef jerky? I only got one word for you. No!
What? Order! Witness, explain yourself.
If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you, this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Yeah, it's no use to chew on your beef jerky, man.
Ole, please, answer the question.
What is he now, a bullfighter? That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here.
We can?
Phoenix? You sure about that? Have a look at these floor plans. I mean, we still have to relate this to, you know, how it actually happened on the parking lot, so... yeah. Anyway. So, there's no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry, guys. Alright,
The If that's so, then where was the witness?
It seems Mr. Wright has an answer. That's right. The only possible conclusion.
Well then, let's hear it. Where was Officer Marshall at the...
Yeah. At the time of the crime, yeah. Yeah, it must... Huh? I mean, it must be this, right? Yeah, of course. Of course. Alright. Alright, test. Sorry guys, I had to do a little cut because, yeah. Was kind of interrupted. But, I'm back. Let's continue. Wait. There's a typo. Office Marshal, yeah. Officer Marshal was standing right here, yeah.
So, Officer Meekins didn't notice him standing there. That's almost as credible as Meekins' warp theory.
What? What? Your chamber's empty, partner. Better reload. No, they're ganging up on me. Okay, wait, hold on. Let me save. Okay.
Perhaps you should think a little more about where Officer Marshall was.
Whoa, okay. Officer Meekins should have seen him in the evidence room. That means the only place he could have been would be...
Well then, let's hear it.
I don't really get it. Okay, so he said, you know, I said he was here, the killer, right? And he's a victim. Did we swap plate? No. I mean, we can try it. Officer Marshall was standing right here.
Yeah? But that's where the victim Detective Goodman was.
Oh, okay. I misunderstood it. Oh, of course, no. Yeah, okay. I know what I wanted to say. Like, I mean, I meant that, dude. It's okay. My God, I'm so stupid sometimes. Correct. Unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Yes. I thought the victim was this Officer Meekins because he was attacked, obviously. Threatened with, I don't know. Yeah. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you dressed up like Detective Goodman.
Objection!
But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. Once he saw the man's face, he would know for sure.
Objection!
May I point out though that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his ID card, sir. Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond?
He suddenly pulled a knife on me!
Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man had his ID card, why didn't he just show it?
Yes, he would have needed to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it.
The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. Huh? As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on his ID card. Yes. Okay.
Oh, I get it!
If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? Beef jerky. You've got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it? You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dress up as the victim.
I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition.
I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Man.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond a shadow of a doubt?
Wow, shit. Wait. What was the 7-7 number? I still don't get it. Okay. Without a shadow of a doubt evidence that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim. Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the dessert heat. Wait, what? You're saying we can't take the heat? Dude. This can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do? It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. Wait, you're gonna help us? I'll pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out. When you've run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. The basics? For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Phoenix, try thinking outside the box. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise. What do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did. Despite the chance it might be discovered later, as it has been. Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. Wait, okay.
According to the defense argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason.
The fact that the white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that. He opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth?
Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot.
Very well, let's take yet another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker to put away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness... What?
Okay, why? Why the witness do that? Okay, the reason. Okay. Let's fast forward. Okay, wait. Okay, let's do that. Okay, rewind. Alright, it's gotta be this, right?
Take that!
For some reason, you disguised yourself as Detective Goodman and entered the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When he asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked, and the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. A bloody white coat? You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner. Oh, okay. Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated you. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, if you were only half as persistent as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did, all of it. Alright, it seems the time has come. Oh? Marshall's confession, what? Okay. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. Huh. So the supposed victim was really you. But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor. Whoa, it's way too much blood for such a small donation. No, I mean, depending on your body weight when you donate blood, I mean, at least in Germany, I don't know. Like, a man as heavy as I am, I would have to spend, to donate a lot of blood. Okay. So, let's see. Okay, I had to do it. When you say it, you mean... Do you even have to ask, partner? The SL9 incident. 2 years have passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transfer that day. Not if I have anything to do with it. That incident's not over. Yeah, we know why. I think because... Oh well. Why? Why though? I mean, they caught the serial killer, right? So, but what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only that case lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time, no matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it? That day was my last chance. That's why I mean, we know why, because, like, this Neil... Yeah, Neil Marshall. I don't know, was it his father? No, maybe not. What? Or maybe his father, I don't know. Or his brother? whatever. So. Okay. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transfer, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did it to fool the security camera. And the detective's ID card? I saw that in the morning of the incident. Huh, so that really was why Goodman started filling out that lost item report. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall. So, essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself. But he could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. But, I mean, how is that possible, man? Like, what are the chances of that happening? That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. Okay, I've got to be honest, I'm quite confused right now. I don't know, actually. So, he wasn't expecting Officer Meekins, and he knocked him out. You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off? Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short of time.
Officer Meekins certainly is a 1 in a million type of person.
Yeah, but not the lucky one.
Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID.
I'll have to think a little more about his raise this year. Oh man, come on. What's with the police department? They're all earning nothing. When did Edgeworth get so much influence? Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry it had to turn out that way. With me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one? Yeah, you're still shaving yourself. I don't know what to say.
So you knocked Officer Meekins out and...
Okay, he managed to escape. So you did your research beforehand. So go into the desert unprepared. Don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference though. The security tape is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left. However, you bloodied your code in your struggle with Officer Meekins. If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. Huh. What was Officer Meekins doing that time? During that time. What else? He was sleeping like a baby.
So, what you're saying is on that day...
So there wasn't any murder. But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates a crime took place. What are you, blind? The victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner. So you stole the evidence from the locker? Actually, no, I didn't. Huh? Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone.
Huh? What? Mr. Edgeworth, where's the evidence?
It's still missing, Your Honor. Oh my god. How did that happen? Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Oh! Okay, I know. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country.
America!
Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing an detective... Oh, Jesus. Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer. This is no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. It can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. Not that salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Like I said, this isn't your case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with.
The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more.
I can't just forget the SL9 incident. You know why?
Hold it!
But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it?
That's the reason. The evidence was stored in the evidence room.
Joe Dog was convicted for his crime. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence.
I remember the Joe Dog case. It involved serial murders, didn't it?
I don't intend to complain about how it turned out. But there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about.
What happened?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Why is he concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him what I think his real reason is. I had a feeling we'll wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. I'd better take another look at the files. I mean, it was about this case, right? About this file. So. Okay. I mean, there's nothing suspicious. I mean, yeah, sure, it's about this Neil guy. I mean, we can try.
Objection!
Okay, fine. Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. In a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall? Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago. He received the same lousy prosecutor award you got.
What? A prosecutor?
Wait, he must be talking about the King of Prosecutors award. Now remember, Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did. That's right, he was killed. And the case fell into your hands.
But what's his relation to you?
He was my brother. Yeah, okay. He was investigating the murders of Damon Gant, the then deputy chief of police. Oh, okay, that's the guy. That's the guy in the corner here. The group of detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Whoa. Jesus Christ, he looks... Damn. He looks really creepy. So dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. Damn. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least according to the public records.
What do you mean?
My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions? You know, for me it's kinda unreasonable too, to be honest. There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Huh?
Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime.
Huh, that was the last day. The SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with its resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. The things that happen by chance never cease to amaze. At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office, this fake murder was going on at the police department. Okay. Chance? It's got to be more than that.
So, if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor's office parking lot was the real one.
Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Oh shit, oh shit. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye.
Objection!
But wait! A verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial.
Objection!
Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department. It seems to me this boy got the draw on you, partner. Oh man. All of the mysteries at the police department have been resolved, no doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Skye. And the testimony of one Miss Angel Starr is completely incontestable. If you have a response, make it a single word or less. Ah! Oh man, no. I rest my case.
It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt. No, this cannot be the end yet. No way.
And, you know, after Officer Marshall, Jake Marshall, said there's more to this case, you know, I doubt that he is the murderer. Like, you know, the actual murder of Detective Goodman. But now I have my radar on someone else. And, you know, all the viewers probably too. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty.
Now then, the time for a verdict has arrived. This court finds the defendant. No, please. Hold it. Okay. Your Honor, wait! Emma! The defense has an objection, a scientific objection. Right? What do you mean by right? Mr. Wright, are you this girl's guardian? Your Honor, in a sense, please, Your Honor, all I'm asking for is a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please. I don't want to leave any loose ends. He's a softie. Come on, be honest. You're a softie. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. Oh man, he's such a... Okay. You're a nice one. I mean, although 3 minutes isn't much, but still. I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out about the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings. Now that you mention it, the names of both Skye's sisters were in that file. Correct. They are witnesses. But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprints had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing. The other handprint. You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker? But no fingerprints were found on it, right? No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue. Oh, so you went to the evidence room? So I ran over there and looked at it again. Okay. So, did you find something? No. Huh? Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all. Then what was this all about? Is it all? Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student. Oh. Girl, your sister's about to get a guilty verdict. We need something. What a proof. And I'm just an attorney. But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them... Please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you. Me? Oh boy. Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright. With regard to the incident at the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain? It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here, yes. Is there a problem with this? Mr. Wright, I'm sorry, I can't be of more use. But still... If you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be... Please, answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day. Yes, Your Honor. If ever I've needed to concentrate, it's now. Okay, oh my god. Okay, let's think. What could be wrong with that handprint on Detective Gumshoe's log? Could there be something I'm missing? Let's save. Okay, so both of them basically left the handprint, fingerprint back, you know. Let's watch the tape. I mean, there was a bloody handprint, right?
But when I'm watching this now, there's no bloody handprint. Is that the thing? Is that the case? Man, this tape is going on for so damn long. Okay, yeah, there's no. I mean, there's no bloody handprint. Yeah, this is opened. I mean, there isn't a bloody handprint shown either. I mean, I've saved, so yeah, I object.
Objection!
This handprint left the crime scene. Clearly, shows a contradiction. The only thing that seems clear is you're grasping, Mr. Wright. You've been staring pretty intently at the floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there? Yes, something that when drawn. Wait. Hold on. Something that when drawn will completely change the meaning of the blood mark. Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright. With all this evidence here, there's got to be something I can use. The question is, which item can prove something is missing from the floor plans? Which item can prove something is missing from the floor plans? Okay, I mean, we can go through. Yeah, the glove. What is missing on the floor plans? I don't know. Yeah, there's only this, you know, those huge blood stains. Each blood print. And then, yeah, maybe it's a jar, I don't know.
Take that!
Is it wrong? As they say back west, even a blind man can hit with buckshot. That is, so long as he's facing the general direction. It seems Mr. Wright not sure which direction to face. It's no use. The more evidence there is, the greater the chance of me being wrong. Just calm down, Mr. Wright. Try to remember what the evidence room was like on the day of the crime. What is it that bothers me about this blood mark? What does he mean? I don't know. I don't know. What? Huh? Why is it the blue badger? Guys, I'm sorry. Someone, I don't know, maybe the game will explain to me. I'm terribly sorry. But I don't get why this piece of... Why? How are he missing... I mean, he wasn't drawn in that. Is that the thing? Was that it about it? Huh? What about that piece of plywood? The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force. Defender of truth, guardian of proof. Explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not here. I mean, why would he be there? Why would he be shown? So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well. Oh. Okay, okay, my brain gets it, okay. Man, come on. I couldn't make the jump, okay, I'm sorry. I'm too dumb. Well, what? That's right. So long as the Blue Badger is dancing there, it would be impossible to place a handprint at the spot in the locker. Yes. Yes. Oh my god. Dude, this is so stupid. What? Yeah, I'm stupid. I'm sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. So, that means, just exactly what does it mean? It means it can't be done. What are you saying? What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found on that locker. Don't look at me. I didn't put it there. Mr. Wright, Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically. Emma, on that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the Blue Badger, to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on their locker. Yes, correct. So that must mean this blood mark was left there before the Blue Badger was brought in. Yes. Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom. It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st, in the police department's evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice. But how? One time was captured on this tape, taken by the security cameras. Yes, it was about the fight with Officer Meekins. Officer Meekins cut his hand from which a trivial amount of blood fell. The problem is the other time. Someone read prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept such absurd claim. The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the lock. So then, assuming this murder you purport really happened, when did it take place? I demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred. When did the first accident occur? Yeah, I think we can show that.
To summarize, the defense claims that prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posing as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in that evidence room.
That's right. And the blood mark on the locker proves this.
Very well, then tell us. When did the first incident occur? As Mr. Etchoff said, proof must be presented.
Proof that shows when the murder took place. Oh yes. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that.
Now then, will the defense please present its evidence? What shows when the first crime took place?
Yes. It was the ID card record. If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. And in order to do so, an ID card would have been required.
An ID card? Oh, the ID card record!
Officer Meekins brought the blue badger panel into the evidence room at...
Let's see here. 450. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40 p.m. Oh,
no, wait, I didn't want to do that.
oh, Mike Edgeworth, just what have you done?
I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Oh, I messed up the voice. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out. It couldn't have been me. Nope. I ain't getting it.
I'm afraid I don't understand either.
It's clear from the luminal test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place... Okay, no, first of all, it isn't Edgeworth, okay? I didn't mean that. I meant the other time. Both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. Yes, and it takes 30 minutes from the evidence room to the prosecutor's office lot. Parking lot.
That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room.
Yes, that was what I was, aiming for. Let's look at the chart again. There's only one other card number remaining. 777777777. Okay. Talk about a lucky number. No, that would be the 8.
But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room?
Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer, yes. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with given number.
Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is...
Yeah. That's 17 too many. Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. Oh, come on. Oh, okay, at least at present. What? Explain yourself, son. The ID number belongs to someone with a rank of a captain or higher. Someone who is also so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity.
Objection!
But that's ridiculous. Just how? I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There's one situation in which we can be granted such authority. Yeah, if it is related to a case, obviously. Yes,
if an official charge filed against an executive is accepted.
An official charge? You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgery. That's how the prosecutor's office operates.
Objection!
I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay. Let me ask you a question. Yes. No, not you. To her, the defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive. Lana?
Objection!
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course, we've looked up her ID number. And it's not given number. Don't blame me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident.
The SL9 incident.
Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. If that trial, and that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? Oh. Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor? I did him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for the trial. At the time, occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least I did.
Girl, you're already in so much deep shit. Don't you fucking dare to ruin all my hard work, okay? I'm sitting here on my fucking ass, and you better don't mess it up. Lana! I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. Defendant, just what are you saying? I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did? Chief Prosecutor, you didn't. I don't have to, Officer Marshall. Why won't you answer him? Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to do in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. No. Why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Why?
Why? But Lana! Even if it involved forging evidence. See? That's what I'm talking about. No! Order! Lana's remarks caused such a stir. The chaos in the courtroom could not be quelled. That conclusion of the trial would have to wait until the following day. To be continued. Alright. So, as you can see, Lana Skye did actually just, show me the middle finger. And said, yeah, okay, you know what? You work hard for me. Looking through all the evidence. Pressing on the witnesses. And you know what? You can take the finger and just, shove it up your ass. Because... Why? Oh, man. All the hard work. Okay. I mean, still, we did make some progress. Considering, all the shit going on, we have a clue about the number, the ID card number. So the murder must have happened in the evidence room at 4:20 with that 7 whatever, how many sevens ID card number. And yeah, it seems like we have 1 day left. So 1 day of investigation, maybe, I think. So yeah, I hope you all, enjoyed this video. Please comment and subscribe. Please tell me in the comment section what you think of this case and, who you have as a suspect now. I mean, it seems quite clear.